Hi, thanks so much for joining me today. We're going to walk through best practices for how to maximize your business profile to drive more discoverability on Google and ultimately customers to your business. I'm really excited to talk to you because we have a whole set of product managers and engineers who are hard at work building new tools and features to help make your lives easier so you can focus on what's important: your food, your customers, and running your business. By way of introduction, my name's Lisa Landsman. I've been at Google for about 19 years, and I'm very focused on helping businesses, small, medium sized businesses, to be successful on Google. So, stepping back before we dive into the tactics, we see about 70% of online experiences are starting with searches. In some cases, people know what they want. In some cases, they have no idea and are looking to be inspired. So, how can you do that? And what role do you play? We see about an 8x increase in searches for open near me, open now near me, globally. So this is a really big deal. People want what they want and they want it right now. So how do we together help them find the information that they need to make the right decisions? Couple more stats for you. We see a huge increase in top rated restaurants. People want to find the best restaurants that they can. Big increase in vegetarian searches. This has become a very big trend that we're seeing on Google, and we've created some new ways for you to flag vegetarian dishes. We'll talk about that in a little bit. And then the last stats talking about menus with prices. People are looking for as much information as they possibly can to make their dining decisions. So the more information you can provide, the better, and the better of a chance that they may choose you. Additional stats here, because at Google we love our data. About 40% of people have a dish in mind when they're looking for food. So on the right hand side in that left screenshot, you'll see what's called dish search. So I'm a big dumpling girl. That's my desert island food. Drop me somewhere on a desert island, feed me dumplings for the rest of my life, and I am fat and happy. But in this case, soup dumplings near me. What happens is if someone does this search, now we can show them all the places that have soup dumplings on their menu, and we can show them pictures of that. So important for you to keep in mind as you're putting all of your information into your business profile. What really blew me away was that 82% of people buy a dish just because of how it looks in a picture. So this is an opportunity to get your delicious looking food in front of them, because that actually might be the differentiator in why they choose you. And on the right hand side, you'll see what we're calling our dish photo viewer. So from there, it's a bigger picture of the dish along with a whole bunch of information, and then ways for somebody to order, reserve a table, see the menu directly from that experience. And we see over half of customers searching for restaurants on Google have immediate action intent. So they want to come to you, they want to pick up from you, they want delivery, right? So making sure that you're there and ready to take those orders or give them the information that they need, accurate information to help them find you, will be absolutely critical in this process. So our goal, as I mentioned, is to really help businesses like yours. How can we help you connect with the customers? How do we help you engage in an authentic manner and ultimately grow your business? So the tactics we're going to walk through today do just that. You can read all of these, but we're going to walk through them one by one. So the first one is just to be there. I know this sounds really basic, but be there when someone's looking for you, right? No matter what it is that they're looking for, if it connects with what you offer, make sure that you're visible in all kinds of ways. And so this is how we see diners searching for restaurants. So sometimes they know the name and they know exactly where they go. They'll be looking for directions or a phone number. They might have heard about this restaurant and want to read the reviews and go a little bit deeper. So that's an easy one. They might search for you by name and that's how they find you. Or they might have something specific in mind. They might want to go to a specific location or a neighborhood. They might have a craving for Thai food, or they might want soup dumplings or best lobster roll. For example, I have a good friend who loves her lobster rolls. And so for her birthday, well, we wanted to find the best lobster roll in town. And so that was how we did our searches. And so the fact that we found places that had it on their menu, we could see pictures of that lobster roll, made us actually choose a specific restaurant. And then the last one is by attribute. So, for example, if you're looking to watch a basketball game or a football game, or you're looking for a place that's great for groups or with an outdoor patio or dog friendly, all of these attributes are really important because that might be the differentiating factor for someone as they're making their decision. So, all of these things matter, but just understanding the different search behaviors that we're seeing will help you realize what's important. So, this is Basic business profiles, right? This is your identity on Google. This is your digital storefront. Make the time to make it great. On the left-hand side, we were very nice to cover up the name of the restaurant, but this is an actual profile. As you can see, it's very bare bones. They don't really have anything on here other than some reviews and their address and their hours, which are also really important, I would argue. But if you're looking between the one on the left and the one on the right, which one might you choose, right? The one on the right's done a really great job of putting all of their ordering options in there, menu items, photos, dish photos. They have videos that they've put into here to make it a really robust experience. So you not only understand what they offer, but you can get a feel for the restaurant. What's the vibe that they might have? So keep all this in mind. Where do you fall, right? Are you the one on the left? Are you the one on the right, or somewhere in the middle? And what can you do to push yourself a little bit more to that example on the right-hand side? At the very basic, I was shocked when I saw the data about claimed and verified businesses. A lot of you have not done this yet, so please, please do it. I understand it's been painful in the past with the postcard method, but we have added a whole host of new verification methods. So there's SMS text, there's email, there's video, there's phone calls. So please know it's not just the postcard. Make time to do it. You have access to build your profile out in a more robust manner. Adding your business information is critically important. We know the basics, address, phone number, you got to get it right, because if this is wrong, you're losing customers right away. Many of our businesses spend most of their time doing hours and reviews, which are also really important. But one thing to keep in mind with hours, please make sure you're updating your holiday hours. There's nothing more frustrating than a user going and looking on Google, seeing that a business is open, going and driving there, and then it's closed. And that's definitely happened to me before. It hurts credibility for the business, for you, and also for us. So please make sure, even those special holiday hours, sometimes it says may vary, please make them accurate. This is your mission control. So when you log into your business profile as a business owner or operator, this is what you see. So you have an opportunity here to edit your profile, edit your menu. You can add food ordering within here. On the bottom, what you'll see is a number of notifications. So what we're trying to do is keep you up to date on some of the latest features, encouraging you to take some actions, right? Create an offer, for example, that'll help drive your business. So please pay attention. This is where some of the review notifications come into here as well. One last thing in this section, this is a new tool within the last month. It's March right now, within the last month, that allows you to create business descriptions using Gen AI, which is awesome. I struggle when I try and write descriptions, session descriptions. So this is a tool that will suggest a description based on what we can see about your business. You can edit it, you can delete it, or you can add it in full. It's really up to you. You don't have to use it, but kind of a fun tool to play around with. So I wanted to make sure you were up to speed on that. Stay relevant by showcasing your offerings. We talked a little bit about this before, but this is really, really important. Making sure you're updating all of your attributes. Do you have free parking? Are you wheelchair accessible? What are the things that are going to stand out as someone is looking to make a decision? Do you have an outdoor patio? Are you dog friendly? Are you kid friendly? Are you good for groups? So pay attention to this section. Make sure it's fully filled out, because again, this influences decisions. And we talked about vegetarian. I wanted to give you a quick view into what this looks like. Last year, we added a flag for vegetarian and vegan dishes now, so you can go into your profile and do that. And with 22% of the world being vegetarian, this matters. When I go out with a group of my girlfriends, we have one that's a vegetarian, and we go through all of the menus to try and figure out which has the most options for her. And so the more you can make this obvious to someone that's searching, the better and quicker decision that they can make. So this is an example. On the left-hand side, you'll see we've created a new menu experience over the last year. So now, rather than just having the menu item description and pricing, we've also added a photo. So you can actually put the menu item photo next to the menu items. What's great about this, going back to that earlier stat, that 82% of people will buy a dish based on how it looks in a picture. This is an opportunity for you to get your delicious food in front of those people that are looking to make their decision. So it makes it a little bit more robust. So highly recommend adding, again, that vegetarian attribute shows up here as well. So how do you add your menu? There's a couple of different ways to do that. One, you can start from scratch. You can go into that menu editor we saw within that mission control page I showed you. You can go in there and you can build a menu from scratch. So you add all of your menu items, descriptions, prices, photos. This is how you do it. Or we also have partnerships with a number of folks that you work with. So it could be listings management providers, food ordering providers. They have integrations with us. And so we might have a menu already for your business. So you can take a look at that, figure out which one is the best option. You can go in and edit and add to it as well. So you have some control there. And then you can set your menu, your preferred menu provider. And so that's the menu that will be displayed on Google search results and within your business profile. So again, giving you a little bit more control here. Add photos of your menu. So in addition to that robust menu experience I just showed you with all the descriptions and photos of your menu items, we also encourage you to add photos of your actual menu. Your diners are already doing that today, and a lot of times they're blurry and not great quality. Sometimes they're actually outdated. So we encourage you to go into your business profile. This is how you do it within the menu editor. And then there's actually photos of menu that you can either upload or you can drag directly from your desktop. Yours are going to be much more current and likely not blurry. You can also go into this tool and remove any outdated menus so that only what's most current is showing up to your customers. So editing your menu highlights, we've been asked about this a lot. We get menu highlights from aggregating in a number of sources. So the mentions, the reviews, what are the items that people are talking about the most? But sometimes they're spelled wrong, or sometimes there's a menu highlight that you don't even sell anymore. So this is an opportunity for you to go in and change the name of that. You can remove items here, and then it'll be submitted for a review process. So it doesn't happen right away. It takes up to about 5 business days for that change to go through. We just want to verify that everything is accurate. So keep an eye out for that, but this is new, again, giving you a little bit more control over your profile. Quickly updating menu prices is a new tool. So you can go ahead and do this in bulk rather than going item by item and changing the prices. We've now enabled you to do that all in one tool. So again, a couple of stats. On the right-hand side, you can see we're now showing all of these photos and videos in one mosaic at the top of the page. And then somebody can click on it and scroll through all of them. But as you can see from these statistics, this is important, right? This matters. It drives business. It drives directions. It drives clicks to websites. So please make sure, again, you're completing your business profile by adding all of these things that we've discussed. A couple best practices here on the left-hand side. A couple things to keep in mind. One, the photos of the food are important and they're great. But I would also add exterior photos. So if somebody's driving around looking for your restaurant, it's great for them to be able to actually see what it looks like from the outside. Sometimes you're hidden in the corner of a strip mall. So if they can actually see that, super helpful as they're trying to navigate their way around. Also, interior photos. So if somebody's looking for a date night or a girls' night or a place to go with kids, that's a great way to communicate the vibe of your restaurant. What am I going to feel like when I get in there? What is it going to look like when I arrive? These are, again, really important as folks are looking to make decisions on where they're going to dine, depending on the state that they're in, the group that they're with, what they're trying to accomplish for that night or day. So we talked about action, right? 50% of people searching for restaurants are looking to take action right now. So how do you make sure that you are ready for them? So ordering and pickup is critically important. Make sure that you are ready when they want those orders, that you have the big blue button there, and then they can link out to the right ordering provider. And also for reservations, they can book a table, they can join a wait list directly from here. So this is pretty important. 80% of people expect to be able to book a table or place an order from a restaurant online. And this is what the experience looks like. Here's how people will find it. In this example, we'll see Moe's Diner. They'll click on the order button. They'll see a couple of providers in addition to the menu below, and then they can link out and order directly from that provider. So it's super easy experience for customers. We do encourage you to set your preferred ordering provider. There might be a provider that you want them to, for one reason or another, to order from. And it could be just from you as the business directly, particularly if they're doing pickup. So this is how you do it. Very easy to go into the provider profile, and you can just hit that slider on the left-hand side, preferred for pickup, preferred for delivery. Doesn't have to be the same provider for both, but again, giving you a little bit more control. And you'll see in this example, we're trying to bring a lot of these action-oriented experiences a little bit further up funnel. Historically, somebody would have to get to your business profile, click on that order button, and then go through the experience I showed you before. But what we're trying to do is put these order buttons and reservations buttons further up in the discovery experience. So we're excited about that. Hopefully that will continue to drive orders for you. So engagement is critically important as well. All of this is important, right? But making sure that you are responding to feedback and reviews. This is an area we do see a lot of engagement, but we are notifying you when new reviews are showing up. Make sure you're replying with your point of view, and make sure you're consistent, right? So some people only reply to negative reviews. Some people only reply to positive reviews. Try and reply to everything. It builds loyalty, and people love to hear from you and build that relationship. And don't be afraid to ask for reviews. There's a business that we know of that had their Wi-Fi password of give us 5 stars or give us a 5-star review as their Wi-Fi password, which we thought was really creative. But you can have a card on the table. People like to leave reviews for experiences that are really great, not just the bad ones. So make sure that you're encouraging that. And then don't be afraid of negative reviews. This is going to happen, and that's okay. Just make sure you don't panic. Take a beat and make sure you're very thoughtful about how you respond. We have examples of people who get really emotional in the moment and they're accusing or attacking their customers and telling them that they're wrong. That absolutely creates a poor reputation for the business owner. It's happened in my town and meaningfully impacted their business. So make sure that you take a moment and think about what you're going to say before you respond, but rectify as soon as you can. So we're not saying take too long to think about it because you want to do it pretty quickly, but just be thoughtful. So posts are something we are leaning into quite a bit. We know that 50% of customers are looking for promotions or discounts when they're looking for a business online. We know you have all kinds of exciting things to offer, whether it's a promotion or deal, or you have a really exciting event coming up, or a wine tasting, or a special brunch. So make sure that you're keeping your customers up to date on Google with this information by creating posts. So historically, these have shown up on your business profile. They've been on the Explore tab and Maps, and a little bit on the search results page. So they are starting to show up in more places. But recently we launched what's called our nearby events and deals module. So for example, if I'm searching for desserts in Houston, I might see a bunch of deals for different places that have desserts in the area that I'm looking for, or events. So this is a new module that we're pretty excited about. So make sure you're creating your posts and taking advantage of this new space. So business profile links are something that we've added over the last several months. So you can add up to 7 social profiles. You can see them on the left-hand side. Only 5 are going to show up at a time. But what's great about this is you can drive subscribers, right? Link people right to your social profile, and hopefully they will follow you to get more information and be up to date on the latest going on. And then we just added this new module within the business profile called social media updates. So as you are also posting on some of these other social media platforms, some of them are now showing up within your business profile. So our last section, home stretch, leverage the insights to drive action. So what do we mean by that? There's a whole host of things that you can track within your business profile. You can look at who's been viewing your profile. You can look at your food orders. You can look at calls, website clicks, right? What kind of referrals are you getting coming from Google in your business profile? There's 3 I would focus mainly on. One is searches. How are people finding you? So for example, if salmon seems to pop as a way that they're looking for you, maybe consider that for your marketing materials, right? Maybe seafood should be more front and center, or pictures of salmon could be the front cover of one of your pieces of marketing materials. Menu interactions is another piece that's important. As you're continuing to make changes to your menu, let's say you go and add menu item photos like we just talked about a couple slides ago. How does that impact your menu interactions? Is that making them go up? Are you making changes that make them go down, right? So keeping a pulse on that and the why will be really important. And the last piece is just your bookings and food orders. Just making sure you have a good sense of what's happening on your business profile. If you're seeing changes either way, why, what's changed. So those are the three areas I would focus most on, but you do have a number of areas that you look into. So that's what I have for you today in terms of best practices. There's a million things that you can do, but as we think about the most impactful ways to maximize your business profile, we've covered them. Just be there when they're looking for you with all of that information that they need. Showcase all of the great things that you offer. Be relevant, right? What's going to make them choose you, right? Especially in the frame of mind that they're in and what they're looking for that particular dining experience. Make sure that you are allowed and ready to take action. So if they want to order from you, make it easy. Engage with those customers. Don't be afraid to be engaged with the reviews. Post about all of the exciting things that you have going on with your business. And then lastly, make sure you're leveraging those insights to drive action. And before I let you go, I did want to make sure that you're aware of a new program that we have called Small Business Advisors. So you can see the link here on the bottom, business.google.com/advisors. You can book a one-on-one session for 50 minutes with an advisor who will walk you through anything Google related. They will help hold your hand through some of this process, help you set up some of the things that we've talked about, and answer any questions. They're amazing. So highly recommend that you take advantage of this program if you need additional help. So thank you so much. Again, I'm Lisa, and I hope this has been helpful for you, and hopefully we will talk soon. Thank you.